Want to see my dog? Okay. Oh, he's so cute. His little tongue is out. Welcome back. Here is my realistic 6-month update with content creation all across platforms. So I started content creation around end of July, August 2023. I'm just gonna say August. And for YouTube, I went from 0 to 434 followers, which I think is really good. And for Instagram, I started Instagram when it launched way back 10 years ago. So around August is when I had 850 followers. Is when I took it seriously. So Instagram, I actually had one reel go viral, which was pretty cool. It has 180,000 views and 16,000 likes. It was crazy. I got about 300 followers from that, give or take. So now I'm at about 1,200 followers. And TikTok, I don't know. I'm just struggling with TikTok because the algorithm, I don't know if it's the algorithm, my content, I don't know. But I'm stuck in the 200 view jail. So my views don't go higher than 300. And I only have about 300 followers on TikTok. So, and I take content, I make one content, I post it across all platforms. And I know each platform has different algorithms, different audiences, but I'm just trying to do one thing at a time. I don't want to make too much content for different platforms. I just kind of want to see what works, and it seems like the content I'm making works for YouTube the most, which I found really surprising. So I think my YouTube shorts generate the most views that I was able to accumulate 400 something subscribers. Those are my updates for all 3 platforms. And I also wanted to talk about the things I've learned along the way. So if you're an aspiring content creator, or you're making content but you're not seeing growth, or you just don't know where to start, I think these are great tips and tricks. I don't know, tips or tricks. Yeah, so the first thing is, when you first start, your videos will always suck. Okay, so when I was starting content creation, I was watching Mr. Beast, I was watching all these things on how to grow, and everybody said your videos will suck, and I refuse to believe that my videos suck. But then now I look back, my videos did suck. I think my videos are getting better now after so long. But to be honest, I think around October, November, I hit a little slump. So I was feeling discouraged. I was getting in my head. It was really bad. I was feeling really discouraged, so I kind of slowed down a little bit. And I don't know why I did that. I was just in a weird slump. Because I guess for me, I'm learning delayed gratification rather than instant gratification. So not seeing results right away kind of hurt my ego. But anyway, I decided to obviously continue and not let it get to me. So I was like, oh, I just need to get better. So I wanted to up my editing, so I started learning how to edit more, because I used to just want to pump out content, but now I want to pump out quality content that I like, and I hope that people will like as well. So I've definitely upped my editing game, and I'm trying to simplify it a little bit, maybe tone it down and focus more on the quality of the content rather than just editing. But I got the basic editing down, if I zoom in, or I have sound effects, captions, those little things. So I'm just not going to go overboard with the editing, maybe later when I have more time. But I want to focus on recording more quality content and be able to tell my story better. I want to get better at storytelling too. I'm not very good at storytelling. But it's okay. It's a learning experience. So next is finding the kind of videos you want to make. So content creation is all about experimenting. I personally don't like doing get readies with me, or talking when doing skincare. I just cannot talk when I'm doing something. I'm just so focused doing what I'm doing that I just cannot multitask like that. Sorry, my dog is just right here. You can't see him, but anyway, so I personally like making, for short form content, I like making voiceovers. I like recording myself throughout the day and then putting a voiceover of something related to my niche or whatever I want to talk about. So that's what I prefer. I also like to do I like some beauty stuff depending on what it is, but definitely experimenting, because you honestly, and it also relates with finding a niche. I think in the beginning I was not discouraged, but I was struggling, and I still kind of am with this whole niche thing, because I don't believe that you have to narrow yourself down to one niche. I think it definitely helps and makes it a lot easier, but you should make content that is true to you. And for me, I feel like I'm multifaceted, so I have different interests, so it's very hard for me to just pick one. I feel like if I pick one, I'm limiting myself, and that doesn't feel me. So for me personally, I like fitness, I like cooking, I like some beauty stuff, and the biggest thing is obviously mental health and self-improvement. So for me, I'm trying to blend it all together. So I've made a few videos of me cooking or like getting ready and working out at the gym, but I put something mental health related over it. I do a voiceover, I put it over it. So that's what I do. I think it's working. I'm looking at like my statistics and analytics, and I feel like the story times I have where I talk about certain things over my b-rolls is just like random clips of you during the day. So when I put voiceovers over my b-rolls, those tend to do a lot better. So it's, again, still a lot of experimenting, even though it's been 6 months, because I haven't really found something that's stuck yet. But I think doing the voiceovers for me is best. But when I first started content creation, I did a lot of skits. I made a lot of skits between me and my mom, like my experiences with her, and a lot of people loved that. And as much as I wanted to keep doing that, I felt like that phase of my life is over. And honestly, making those skits was low-key triggering, because I had to raise my voice in the skits and like talk and say the same thing she said. And then like when I would edit it and rewatch it, I'm like, damn, she really said that to me? Like, that's kind of fucked up. But anyway, your content can change as you change as well. So at that time, I thought like I wanted to do like mental, I'm doing mental health, but like I just was focusing on like a toxic parent, and I honestly don't want to focus on just like my mom and like my experiences with her. So I'm moving away from that particular sub niche and going into general like mental health. And I know like a lot of content I made before was things I was experiencing at the time, so I want to make different content that like isn't based on like how I'm feeling or like my current experiences, because I feel like it's like kind of biased, or it might be coming from a not so great place, if that makes sense. So I want to make different kind of content in regards to mental health and self-improvement. Self-improvement, you can always do like wellness, beauty, lifestyle. Like it's a broader general theme that you can, it could be like an umbrella for like the little things that I like. Okay, the next thing I learned is like planning content. So I made a content calendar, but I don't follow it. It's so bad. So these days I've been really just making a TikTok one day. I know a lot of people like to batch create, batch edit, and then they have things to post every day. But for me, that does work sometimes, but it depends on what I want to do. I kind of just wake up and see what I feel like making during the day. I feel like even though that's a little harder, I feel like that's more aligned with like me, because I make content because I want to make content and I hope people can enjoy it. But I don't go into it thinking what kind of content can I make for people, because then if you do it like that and people don't respond well, then you get discouraged. So I want to make content with no expectations. So that's my mindset when I make content. So when I wake up, I'm like, oh, like what can I make today? And I'm like, oh, I feel like making what I eat in a day since I work out. So that's what I did. And then another day, I'm like, I want to record like a realistic day in a life, because a lot of people on the internet show their lavish lifestyle, their aesthetic houses or apartments, but I just wanted to show like I'm just like a regular girl working a 9 to 5, and I feel like a lot of people are like that. So I just want people to feel like they're not alone. So that's how I plan content. If you have a calendar, if you like to plan and whatever, like honestly, you just have to find what works for you and whatever won't burn you out. And that also leads into my next point, which is like finding balance. I think at one point when I first started making content, I was so obsessed with growing that I was pumping out like 2 YouTube videos a week, and I realized that it's not sustainable. So I was like, okay, I need to slow down, I need to be patient, and I need to, it's like a lot to learn. I was like, I need to chill. So I chilled out a little bit, and I'm not hard on myself if I don't post or if I miss a day, because I show up for myself 99% of the time. So if I'm just not having a good mental health day, or like I'm just busy and I just didn't have time, I just won't feel guilty about it. And that's like, you have to create the balance between you and your work and your content creation. I don't know, like for me, I have to work. I'm not gonna just quit my job. So I would love to quit my job if whenever this content takes off and I can actually make money from it. But until then, like I'm just doing it on the side, so I'm treating it as like a second job. So for me, I pretty much work all day and then I go to the gym, and then when I come back is when I like edit my content or film my content depending on what I want to make. So that's what works for me right now, and I'm just not too pressed if I like miss a day. I've been pretty good so far, so let's just keep the streak going. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is the confidence, the fear of being seen, and feeling intimidated like talking to the camera. I know a lot of people think it's like really hard, but for me, I just pretend like I'm talking to my friend when I'm looking at the camera. I just pretend like it helps you stick a picture of like your friend next to the camera. Just pretend. I don't do that, but I think I'm naturally like extroverted sometimes, for the most part. So to me, talking to the camera is like easy. It wasn't hard for me when I started doing this. I know a lot of people are so scared of being perceived, like being judged. But to be honest, who cares? Like seriously, fuck them. Like who cares? The people who are doing more than you will never talk down on you. Only the people who are doing less than you will talk about you. And honestly, another thing is, if you're so scared, why did I say it like that? If you're so scared of being judged, there might be a deeper root to that. And that honestly might be because you judge people so heavily that you're scared that they will judge you the way you judge others. So I feel like that's something good to think about. I don't want to say it like that, but that is true. But to be honest, like nobody thinks about you as much as you think they do. Like seriously, like nobody thinks about you more than you. Like everybody else is busy with their own life. Like they don't care about you. Like if they see your content and they think it's cringy, okay, who cares? It's not like their life, you know. Just let them talk. If this is something you want to do, don't let that hold you back. Because I was scared of being perceived for so long, and I don't want to say I started late, but I definitely could have started earlier. So just don't worry, just relax, just do you and do what you want to do. At the end of the day, especially in the kind of world that we live in today, you don't know what the hell's gonna happen, and there's no time for regrets. And the more you do this, the more confidence you will get. I know when I first started like making YouTube videos, I would be like Now I probably only said like once or twice in this whole video, which is really good. So practice makes perfect. Also, when it comes to posting times, or like how much you post, I should have said this before. Post as much as you can, and I mean like in your capacity. Like I know people will say like post 2 to 3 times a day or whatever. I only do once a day when it comes to short form, and I post 1 YouTube video a week. So I think that works for me. I think as long as you show up every day, that's all that matters. And it's okay if you miss a day. Sometimes 2 to 3 times a day, depending on the content you're doing or like the time you have. It might be really like exhausting, and you don't want to end up hating content creation. So I would just figure out something that works for you. And obviously the more effort you put in, for the most part the results will come a little faster. But again, sometimes the results is not worth like your time or mental health. So just relax. And also consistency is key, and consistency is also a skill. It improves your skill because the more you do it, the better you get at it. So practice makes perfect. So it doesn't hurt to just once a day for me. And then so the next thing is, it takes time. I struggle with this myself, okay? Everything takes time. Like even if you have like a bomb ass video that went viral and you get like a ton of subscribers, like it still takes time to build a community. It still takes time for people to get to know you, get to know the kind of content you post and what to expect from you. And it just, no matter what you do, like hashtags, SEO, like depending on your intentions when it comes to content creation, it really varies. So if you're just doing like a faceless account where it's just like a background with like a quote, like psychology facts or something, they have like 1 million followers and all they do is just post psychology facts. Like if you want to do that, like that's your thing, cool, you probably get more followers and views that way. But I'm obviously not doing that. I'm doing like talking content and like not faceless content. So for me, and my niche is different, so it takes me a little longer, and that's okay. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, okay? I used to want this to happen so fast, but it makes sense that it takes time, because if you don't have the confidence, if you haven't gained like the full confidence you want, you went viral and all these people are perceiving you, and it might freak you out, you know? So everything happens for a reason, and the timing happens as it's supposed to. So I genuinely feel like I will grow a lot. I just don't know when it will happen. I feel like it's literally just a matter of time. I just don't know how long it'll take, and that low-key kills me a little bit. But you know, as long as you know it's gonna happen and you're confident, like that's all that matters. So learning delayed gratification is super important, because you have to really get into a habit of disciplining yourself to creating content and just having no expectations. And honestly, when you're not waiting for it, it actually happens faster, ironically. So if you keep checking every day, I mean, I'm guilty of checking like my YouTube shorts every day, but I don't let it hurt me or like affect me like it used to. I just like to check it and I'm like, okay, and then I just carry on. So learn delayed gratification. This is not instant gratification. This is not, if you're trying to do content creation for instant gratification, please stop. This is not that kind of thing. So the equipment I use, I will put it like in my description. I used a Canon. I used a Canon EOS M200, and I used like a tripod that came with it. I used a ring light, and when I edit, I just use Capcut on my MacBook or my PC. That's it. I don't use anything crazy. I know a lot of people might want to buy all these things when they start, but honestly, I feel like I won't upgrade until I gain more of a followage, and like I'm like, oh, okay, like a lot more people watching my content, maybe I should upgrade my content. But until then, I'm just using basics. So like, really, you could just use your phone too. I didn't want to use my phone, but you can totally just use your phone to record YouTube videos. I have like this MagSafe thing that I can stick on the wall, and a tripod for my phone. That's it. That's all I got. Oh, and then I have one more thing I just bought. I have, let me go get it. I bought this little vlogging camera. Look at how it's so cute. It's so tiny and so discreet. So I'm going to Japan. Oh, let me recenter myself. So I'm going to Japan in a few months, and I really wanted something small because I know their restaurants can be tight, and I want to be courteous and polite of, you know, Japan. So I didn't want to be so obnoxious and carry my camera around, even though I know it's fine. I see a lot of vloggers and YouTubers do it, but still, like, I just want to be more discreet. And I got this bad boy, the DJI Pocket 2. They have the third one out. It's so nice, but like it's so expensive. It's like $800. So I got this one off eBay. It was like 200 bucks, and it came with like the cables and the memory card. Sick deal. So I tested it out, and it's amazing. Like, hold on, let me just look at that. Like, how cute is this, right? So, and then you could just press record, and that's it. And then you could just hold it and just like, hi guys, just vlog. So I bought this for Japan, and I'm also gonna use this for more future vlogs. So I thought this was a sick deal, sick find. But yeah, so I think that's all I've learned and wanted to share so far. Content creation has been like crazy. Oh, and the last thing, I low-key, high-key have this crazy imposter syndrome. Literally, when I post like a YouTube short, TikTok, whatever, I'm gonna say short form. When I post all my short forms, I go and I like throw my phone away. I post and ghost. Like, I just like I'm always like I watch it and I'm just like, is people gonna like this? Like am I in over my head? Like, I really like But then people, people would message me or comment on my YouTube, or like they'll DM me and they'll be like, wow, your content is so good, like your content is getting better. And it's just so heartwarming, and it makes me so happy that people actually enjoy my content. So my imposter syndrome has slowly been fading, but I still definitely feel it sometimes. But I think that's normal. I think that also goes with like learning confidence and, you know, practice and all that stuff. So I just wanted to thank everybody for the support so far, and I'm super excited to see where my content goes in the future. I want to try different things and record different things, and I just want to share my life from my perspective, share my experiences, because I feel like I went through like one hell of a life. It's like comical at this point, and I want to be able to share these experiences so like it could be your survival guidebook, or like you can take what I've learned and apply to your life, give you a different perspective that you may never have thought of. So please subscribe, like, or comment. I've been doing this now. Instead, I'm trying to do less of this and more of this, like a cheek heart, the Korean cheek heart. So I'm like, is it weird to do? Should I just do one side? Anyway, yeah, just if you want to see a certain kind of content, just let me know, and then if it's feasible, like I'll do it. I'm so down for new ideas, and you know, I want to entertain and like make content you guys also enjoy. So yeah, let me know, and thank you guys for watching.